Well, hey YouTube, so today guys, we are back here with another review, and today we are talking about Pony.AI, guys. I hope you're ready for this video. I'm very excited to be making this for you guys. So Pony.AI is a Chinese-based autonomous vehicle company. I know the Chinese-based thing isn't necessarily the best thing in this day and age, but you have to remember, look at Alibaba these days, look at JD, look at a lot of Chinese companies slowly starting to get the ball rolling again. The Chinese market is picking up, and a lot of those stocks are moving as well. So it's very, very good news to see stuff like that, guys. Its core product is called the Virtual Driver Platform. The goal of it is to be a vehicle agnostic full stack solution that will operate different cars and trucks, guys. So very, very cool, thing. It's kind of like, what Uber is doing with Waymo, and it's what Tesla is trying to do as well with the robotaxi. So it's kind of like that, but it's in China. What I will say is they are in all 4 tier 1 cities, which is Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. Those are all the 4 tier 1 cities, and it holds a permits for fully driverless commercial robotaxi services in these districts, guys, which is very good news, and it puts it ahead of many other companies, even in the Chinese market. So that's very good news, guys. Moving on from China, they're not only in China, guys. I wouldn't mess with this if they were. They have a partnership with Uber to launch robotaxis in the Middle East starting this year. They have a partnership with Qatar to have 1,000 robotaxis by 2028. They have a partnership with a company called Comfort Del Gro to deploy autonomous vehicles in Singapore. And apparently there's a secondary listing for Hong Kong to expand its database. I mean, that's more of a financial instrument there, but it's good to do. They're up to Gen 7 now, and this claims to cut by over 70% of manufacturing costs compared to earlier models, which is great. And this model here is supposed to be made for mass production, scalability, cutting sensors and component costs, and stuff like that. And like I mentioned before, guys, it's not just the cars. They make autonomous trucks, and they also make autonomous systems, which is that vehicle agnostic platform, for privately owned cars that have nothing to do with them too. So they really do offer everything, and it's the full technology stack, which is something you like to see, right? So the IPO was back in November 24. It raised $260 million, valuing the company at $4.5 billion, guys. But when you look at the actual revenue, the company generated $75 million of revenue in 2024 with a $274 million loss. So not necessarily great numbers there, but you need to look beyond that. For Q1 of 25, they had $14 million of revenue, which is apparently up 12%. So not crazy. These are not crazy tech margins and stuff like that. And the net loss widened to negative $42.99 million. I understand that they're scaling up R&D, they're scaling up the business, so net losses is okay. I will have to say the 11.6 revenue gain definitely is a little bit concerning to me. It's part of the reason why I did own the stock at one point. I don't own it anymore, but now I see it blowing up, so that's why I'm kind of talking about this again. Apparently, year over year, the robotaxi is at 200% for the service revenue, and fare revenue is up 800%. So that's all very good. Management expects unit level profitability in 2025 to 2026. To me, that sounds like EBITDA, or kind of some type of gross margin, and that's what it sounds like to me. While company-wide profitability will hit 2029. Now that's about when you actually are profitable, right? On a GAAP basis and all that stuff. So very, very interesting. The real reason I'm making this video is yes, it's another kind of robo-taxi, autonomous company. But what I must talk about, guys, is the stock price. Because in the end, ball don't lie, right? Price don't lie. In the past day, it's up 8%. The past week, it's up 11%. The past month, it's up 60%. And the past 6 months, it's up 157%, guys. So these are all very, very good things. I think the hype is there, and that's why I want to talk about it. The financials aren't great, but I do think the future of this industry is going to be great. So that will definitely help. Obviously getting approval in the West is a big deal. You're getting the Middle East, but the West still is pretty much off limits for this company, thanks to Waymo and Uber and all that stuff, and also Tesla. So, I think that's something that's also going to be a problem until they can get that, out of the way. And you do have other competitors in China. Baidu with their Apollo thing, WeRide, it's above analyst expectations. The average analyst is about 21, but I see Goldman Sachs is at 27, which is good. And then the very highest one, which they don't tell me who it is, but this is the very highest, is 31.5. But I do think it's safe to say that they're probably going to have a stranglehold over the Chinese market. And that's very big because the Chinese market is the largest EV market in the world. Over 1 billion people in China. So even if you're not going to get big in the United States, don't let me tell you this is a bad company. It's not. You just have to be aware that maybe it'll get some Middle East footing. Maybe it'll get something in South America, although it's not mentioned. And obviously it'll get stuff in Asia. Just don't expect it to come to America anytime soon. But that's okay because there's still a lot to like here. And the revenue growth as a company isn't the best, but you see robotaxi revenue specifically, it's growing, right? 200%, and then the fare revenue is 800%. So that's probably why you're seeing different companies and how this company's stock price has gone up so much, the 150%. So that's kind of where it comes from, in my opinion. That's kind of where you're going to get that, guys. So yeah, that's kind of like my opinion of the company. I'm not buying. I'm definitely watching it. I have purchased it before as a swing. I went from like 15 to 17. I flipped it. I sold it. And I kind of moved on from it. And then now I see it at 27. So that's why I'm kind of back here. But it's not a bad little company, guys. I think you could definitely make some money in it. And it's up to you what you want to do. But it's not some home run or anything. But it's a decent little company, and I think it's worthy of your time to look at it. So if you do want to buy this company, use my Robinhood link down below. You can buy the stock on Robinhood. I'll give you an Amazon link down below to buy something on Amazon that supports me. Check out my website, pbosonline.com. I have all my videos without any ads. A photo gallery of professional photos I've taken. I have written articles and all that great stuff, guys. That stuff really supports me. If you want to make a super thanks in the comments for giving you good tips, stuff like that. That can't hurt too. This is more of a company just to get your mind on. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, favorite, put on the notification bell. Please turn off the ad block, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and the lack of sponsored bullshit. I don't do that here. Thank you, bye.